What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Saving Men's Lives Network. Today, fellas, I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of short-term relationships. And I'm speaking specifically to my guys here in the English-speaking West, here in the first world. Because for my guys who live in the third world, where your women still look, speak, and behave like women, you guys don't have much to deal with in terms of the negativity. So shout out to all you guys living in the third world. But to my guys who live where I live, here in the States or up in Canada, my boys across the pond over in the UK, you guys may have a similar story to what I'm about to illustrate. Your boy meets girl. Jack meets Jill. And Jill's amazing. She's beautiful. Maybe she got a nice sense of humor. She's funny. And they get together. Those first 2 or 3 weeks, those first month and a half, 2 months, it's amazing. Starts off great. She's kind. She's helpful. She's both adventurous and enthusiastic in the bedroom. It's incredible. You know, she's on her best behavior. You know, she's trying her best to hide the crazy, for lack of a better term. You know, her past trauma, her family issues, her train wreck of a previous relationship, or maybe what was going on with her baby daddy if she's got a kid already. She's trying to keep that under wraps. She's trying to keep a lid on that because as the new guy, as the new prospect, you could be, if you believe in Disney fairy tales, the happily ever after she's been looking for. You could be the guy to rescue her from a lifetime of awful decision making, back to back to back. And so, in order to not scare you off, she's performing a CIA level psyop on you right now. Because the necessity is to help you lower your defenses. And if she's doing all the right things and she's cooking you some great meals and she's giving you some amazing guac, it just might help lower your defenses. Now, women are smart enough to know that men are logical by nature. So they know that in order for them to get from us what they require, which is either the alpha seed or the beta need, if she's lucky, she'll find a guy that's the best of both worlds. A guy who has alpha level physical traits, height, nice square jaw, muscle tone, you know, fairly healthy as far as, you know, no family history of chronic disease or things of that nature. You know, so she'll have that to pass on to any potential offspring you guys would have together. That's the alpha seed part of it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the beta need part is the strong, consistent provider who can put a roof overhead and clothes on backs, food in the refrigerator. If she can get one guy that can successfully bring both to the table, in her eyes, that's a win as far as her two-part mating strategy, which is ingrained in her DNA, and all women search for this. So if she can get you to lower your defenses, then what happens is your genetic resources and your tangible cash equivalent level resources are now fully at her disposal. There was a time where this wasn't a bad thing. In fact, for most of human history, this was the way things worked out. A guy would find a woman he was very attracted to, because men are visual. Women would find a guy who hopefully checked off her visual cues as well, but for the most part, it was more about security than love. You know, marrying for love is a very recent, in terms of human history, concept. It wasn't always that way. Before that, people married because it made sense, and they worked it out. This is why in the cultures where the arranged marriages were a thing, and in some places still are, they have a much, much lower divorce rate in these parts of the world and in these societies, because They understand it's bigger than how you feel. There is no, I'm breaking the family apart for profit because I'm not happy. It's almost unheard of in those societies and in those cultures. So the reason why I tell guys here in the West, especially, to enjoy the short term, because again, a woman can only keep up a front for so long. Her inherent need for both drama and chaos that's a direct result of said drama can't be restrained for long. Women are very, very childlike in their thought process, and kids have very short attention spans. They have to be monitored. They have to be, they're not gonna like this. Some people aren't gonna like this. They need to be controlled. Because anybody who's ever been to school knows exactly what happened in that classroom when the teacher left to go make worksheets down in the teacher's lounge. They have to either A, assign some kid with good grades in the class to watch over and take names as to who was going to be throwing paper airplanes and getting up out of their seat when she left, or they have to call another teacher from down the hallway to monitor the class while she was down there running off worksheets or running to take a bathroom break, whatever the case may have been. When you leave kids, in this example, alone, that'd be, say a classroom of 30 kids, you probably have 2 or 3 of them that aren't shooting spitballs and snapping girls' bra straps and whatever, jumping around, running like a bunch of maniacs. You might have 2 or 3 in there that know how to behave, but for the most part, it's going to be chaos. Women are the same way because they're very, very suggestible in their thought process, and that's why peer pressure and marketing firms love to aim at women, because women are consumers. Consumers mean money trading hands, and money trading hands is good for business. So, yeah, man, enjoy the short term, because in that short term, she's not doing any of the crazy things that are yet to come. When a relationship still has that new car smell effectively on it, that's the best time you're going to have. Because once she realizes, and women are very intuitive, so they pick up on this stuff pretty quickly. Once she realizes that she's got you, that's when the shift happens. That's when the bait and switch begins to start to take place. And if you aren't mindful, I discussed this in the previous video about the bait and switch actually, but if you aren't mindful of what's happening, you might find yourself paired up with someone you don't recognize. Who is this person? Why am I only getting laid 3 times a month when it used to be 3 or 4 times a week? It's a real thing. And a lot of guys, because we love contentment, we love settling into a routine, this thing slips in, and most guys aren't prepared for the damage that it can cause. So, I'm not going to speak for you long, fellas. Just want to touch on you. Just understand that, hey, listen, the short term is best, fellas, because that's your opportunity to tell her, hey, I like when you do X. I don't like when you do Y. I need you to get your act together. But when you say that, she's going to either A, follow your program. She's going to stop doing what she now knows she can't get away with, and you guys might build something beautiful. And I wish you well if you do and if you can. But if she puffs her chest out and she's, gets gassed up in her head off of feminism, and she tells you don't get to tell me what to do, blah, 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 such and such, so and so. Okay, cool. No argument. No shouting and screaming. No jumping up and down with your fists in the air. No, none of that. You're not Donkey Kong. You tell her have a nice life. Ask her to remove herself from your property, or you get the cops to do it. You block her number. You block her on your socials. And you're on to the next short-term relationship. Lather, rinse, repeat. That said, fellas, that's my time. Like the video, comment down below and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I drop new material. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Till next time.